Hi everyone, Yvonne here. Hope you've all had a good day. As the topic suggests, this is about sleep. Elusive sleep for some people, it would seem. And studies have shown that, a lack of sleep can affect your weight. And they say that the best amount of sleep for you is between 6 and 8 hours. If you're not getting that amount of sleep, it can affect your weight. They're not in any way saying that obese people are obese because they don't have enough sleep. It's just one factor. So if you're anything like, do you ever go to bed feeling absolutely shattered and then get into bed and just you're wide awake? It's almost like your body thinks, right, I'm in bed now, it's time to wake up instead of time to go to sleep. Or you get into bed and you get to sleep okay, and then after a couple of hours you wake up and you just can't get back to sleep. That used to happen to me a lot, and it's horrible. Or turn my notifications off there. You might even just be constantly waking up throughout the night. If you've got a Fitbit, it records your sleep and you can see how many times you've woken up throughout the night. And you might feel like you're just constantly waking up and then drifting off and waking up and drifting off. And it can all affect how you feel the next morning. You'd be absolutely shattered because you haven't had a decent sleep. Now, there are things that you can do to help. So I've got a list of 10 things that can help you to get a good night's sleep. I've got them in front of me because I get distracted, especially if I see notifications popping up. So I'm going to work my way through them and hopefully one of these will help you. So the first one is to have a sleep schedule. What we tend to find is a lot of us will go to bed at a normal time during the week, and then we get up for work. So we might go to bed at like 10, 11 o'clock and then get up 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. And our body clock gets used to that. Then what happens, we get to the weekend, and what we should really be doing is sticking to that routine, because your body has got used to that routine and it knows what to expect, it knows what's coming. Whereas what most of us do is we get to the weekend and we think, great, I don't need to be up early in the morning, I have a late night, I don't need to put the alarm on. So that can really help by sticking to your normal routine throughout the week and the weekend. That's one of the things that can help. The next one is to write a to-do list. And I've been like this in the past myself. So you get into bed and you're absolutely shattered. And then you lie there and you just have everything going through your head like, oh, did I do this? Oh, I must do that tomorrow. Did I do that this morning? Oh, I should do that. And you just have all of these things running through your head. Make a little list of everything you've got to do and then just forget about it. It's on your list, you can think about it tomorrow. The next one is exercise. Now, exercise can help with sleep. Make sure it's at least 2 hours before going to bed though, because otherwise you're not going to be ready to sleep. Your body's going to be wide awake and not wanting to go to bed at all. But exercise can help. My fourth one, and I find this really hard, limit your screen time before bed. And this includes, artificial lights coming from screens. So it includes like laptops, your phone, iPads, the TV, Xboxes, all that kind of thing. Is really bad for you before you go to bed. So you need to be switching that off and having some downtime before you go to bed. And especially, I think, for, if you're on like Xbox games and things like that, or if you're doing things on a laptop, your mind is constantly going. So that's not a signal that your brain is recognizing as, oh, we're winding down now to go to sleep. Your mind is really still very active. So your brain is thinking, right, I'm up, I'm working, and it's not thinking I'm winding down to go to sleep. So you need to have that downtime. The next one, and this is a lovely one, have a warm shower or a bath. And just even the heat from the water just relaxes you anyway and can make you feel a little bit drowsy and ready to go to sleep. Next one, and I do this or have done in the past, if you wake up and you're tossing and turning and desperately trying to get back to sleep, don't stay in bed for any longer than 20 minutes, because they reckon if you're awake for more than 20 minutes, it's very unlikely that you're going to get back to sleep, and you end up just getting really, really stressed. What they say is, if you're on your own, put a little night light on, read a book or something for a little bit, and that can help. It can make your eyes feel heavier, and can make you start to feel drowsy and ready to go to sleep. If you're not on your own, obviously you can't do that, because the person you're in bed with might not be very happy. So just get up, go downstairs, maybe make a milky drink, put a lamp on, do a little bit of reading, and then try and go back to bed. So that can really help. Lavender can really help. And you know, you can have it in candles, you can get like pillow mists now, like sprays and things like that. Linen spray, so all of that can help you as well. And number 9, create the right conditions for sleep. You know, your bedroom should be dark. If you've got a lamp, a street light outside your bedroom, make sure you've got something that can block that light, because that can really affect you as well. Your room should be between 18 and 24 degrees. That's the comfortable range for you to go to sleep. And last of all, and this is quite a hard one, especially at this time of year, is to avoid alcohol. You might feel like you're relaxing it, your body's relaxing at the time while you're drinking it, but it's not helping you sleep. It's been shown that it really interferes with your sleep, and it doesn't give you a good night's sleep at all. So for all you might be sitting having a few drinks thinking, oh, this is really great, I've had a stressful day and I'm really relaxed now, it's not going to help you sleep. And studies have shown that it does actually disrupt your sleep. You have a more restless sleep if you've had a drink. So there's my 10 tips. Hopefully they will help some of you. If you have got value from this, I hope you have. Just give me some hearts. Feel free to share this as well. I used to be terrible for sleeping. I would go to bed feeling really, really tired, and then I would get into bed and it would just be like ping, wide awake. I'd have all sorts going through my head. Oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. Didn't make a to-do list or anything, and that's quite hard to do actually, especially if you've got someone in bed next to you who's asleep. You can't put the lamp on and make a note of something. So yeah, and then even if I did get to sleep, I'd wake up through the night, and I fell into the pattern, and some of you might know what I'm talking about here. I fell into the pattern of waking up about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'd be constantly like looking at the clock. That's another tip actually, and I think I missed this one off. Don't watch the clock. It's the worst thing you can do, because it's like watching paint dry. It just seems to take forever. So you look at the clock and it might be like 2 o'clock and you're like, oh, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. And then you look at the clock again and it's 2:01 and you're thinking, it can't have only been a minute. It feels like 20 minutes has passed. So don't watch the clock. If you have to, turn the clock away so that you can't see it. But yeah, I was really bad for it, and I would wake up about 2 o'clock, and quite often I would end up just getting up. Sometimes I would go back to bed, maybe it's about 5 o'clock maybe, and I would maybe get back to sleep, but then I would feel even worse when the alarm went off to wake me up. So it didn't feel like I was getting a good sleep at all. What I do now is I have this, it's our little bedtime shake. It's chocolate flavour, it's absolutely delicious. I find that when I have this, it's got chamomile in it, is one of the ingredients that it's got. So it just really, almost like it's telling my body, right, you're winding down now, it's time for sleep. I get into bed, I get to sleep no problem, I don't wake up, but what it really does is it's the quality of sleep that I get. So I wake up feeling like I've had a really, really good sleep. And that's what you want, isn't it? It's not necessarily about how many hours. it's the quality of the sleep that you want, and that's what this does. It gives me a really good quality sleep. And the other thing it does as well though is it also helps you to lose weight through the night while you're asleep, so it's a double whammy as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to get off and drink this now. I'm going to go back downstairs. But yeah, hopefully you've got some value from this. If you're watching live, thank you very much. And if you're watching on replay, then please do comment #replay, just so that I can see who's watched and say thank you. And I will see you all again soon. Bye for now.